I can hear his whispers. Angels camped around me, protecting me.
Cool the poet.
I can hear their whispers. Ancestors by my side showing me
the
painted picture. Yeah, I can hear their whispers. Listen, I can hear their whispers. Cause God be walking in me, talking to me. I can hear his whispers. Angels camped around me, protecting me. I can hear their whispers. Ancestors by my side showing me the painted picture. Yeah, I can hear their whispers. Yeah, I can hear their whispers.
Hey, yo, Play, we back?
Hey, Coon, I think we back.
Hey, yo, Play, we back?
Hey, yo, Coon, I think we back.
Once again,
Kings and queens of the world, welcome to
King Me,
a podcast on holistic
flyness,
excellence, and a philosophy on how to
win at life.
Peace, family, what up?
Peace, family, what's good? I see the king in you see the king in me. Only reason why we see is cause we royalty. Look, I see the queen in you see the king in me, and only reason why we see is cause we royalty. Because we royalty. Because we royalty. We royalty. We royalty. We royalty. We royalty. King me. King me. King me. King me. Yo, we back?
Yo, we in here. What's happening with my brother?
Oh, what up, bro? You know what, man? Just a beautiful period. It really is. This is I'm gonna say this one more time. This is the calm after the storm. This is like this is the power of patience after the promise and after the period of being still and waiting and doing a part that a lot of us do not want to do. That a lot of us don't want to do when we're climbing towards success. I've said once before, when we accept the assignment of success, whatever your form of success is, and success is anytime you say, I want to do something, and then you actually see that thing out. You are successful at that thing. And so now, years ago, I've embraced and accepted the fact that I'm going to be successful at being the greatest me, in acting in my giftings that I'm aware of, and the ones that have been lying dormant that I'm unaware of as well. And also pulling my family to wealth, pulling my people to wealth, introducing wealth to even our city, our community.
I mean, it's mandatory.
Yeah.
The city is in chaos right now.
Come on. We're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
We got to. For those of you who don't know, King Me is Sacramento, Northern California, 916.
Yeah.
In the spotlight right now with Brother Clark, who lost his life from the police.
Yeah, little bruh, Stephon Clark.
Yeah.
And we say his name to honor him and tribute.
Blessings.
To hold him up, to lift him up.
To the city and to the family.
And to the family, most definitely.
To the world that it's affected by.
Let's go.
Topic for the day, bruh. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. You know, that's the lesson we try to teach the babies. And like at this juncture, man, my heart is full, my soul is full, my mind is full, my spirit is full, you know, and on my level, man, it's a vibe. But the other piece about the vibe is like, you got to make a decision on what you want the vibe to look like. What is it about? What does it really mean? You know, what energy are you exerting to that? So to ask you a question, you said you do it for the family.
Yeah.
You do it for everybody else.
Yeah.
In the midst of the journey.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How you feeling? First of all, let's check in. Hi.
What's up, bro? Man, the feelings can almost feel like we're going around in a circle. We're pulling from those feelings. And sometimes feelings have no name. Sometimes feelings have no explanation. They have no words to explain them. They just be here and they be there. I have mixed feelings. I guess that's what people call mixed feelings. About a lot of things, man. I'm going to always honor, be diligent, and be loyal to the mission and to honoring myself. And sometimes when things occur, when what may appear as tragedies occur, that can be very distracting, especially when you're moving toward a direction and your heart is being pulled because your loved ones is hurting.
Pause. Get them. Don't get distracted by the distractions.
So I'll tell them, watch for the distractions, but don't get distracted. I say, watch for the distractions, but don't get distracted. So watch for the distractions, but don't get distracted. Listen, don't get distracted. Listen, don't get distracted. I told them, watch for the distractions, but don't get distracted. Look, watch for the distractions, but don't get distracted. Look, watch for the distractions, but don't get distracted. Listen, don't get distracted. Listen, look around us. See, this is what surrounds us. They say we're a lost generation because this is where they found us. They say if we don't make it out this gutter, the polluted water's gonna drown us. And we'll never have a clean slate. We'll stay dirty like the ground does, and they constantly hound us, treat us like dogs, put us on a short leash so we can never leave the block while we're forced to watch a ghetto symphony of gunshots and police sirens, the hood's version of the violin. See, we try to stay focused on our dreams, but reality be holding us down. So how do they expect us to try to stand, but they don't understand because they be standing over us? But see, giving us the weight of the world, that's only building our shoulders up. See, battling ain't did nothing but just make this soldier tough. But I didn't understand that concept until I was old enough. But now I'm growing up, and I see this war zone is cold and rough. So now I be fighting for a bigger and better purpose, keeping my eyes to the sky, but my heart craves close to the surface, staying humble, street-oriented. I use poetry as my tool as I tell a story with it. Pass it down as our legacy so we can get our glory with it. I went from rocking a black tee to rocking a black tie to let them know my generation could really handle business, because y'all believe they thought we were brainless. Until the voiceless started writing, and this is what we came with. And so you're all invited to sit back, kick back, and listen to this coon speak wisdom through a poetic language.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah, we can have a real talk conversation, bro.
The one, let's talk about coon. Just the word.
Gonna get real deep, huh?
Let's talk about the journey of the word, the orientation of the word, the power of words, the disrespect that people add onto words. Let's talk about that. So as you want people to sit back and listen to this coon.
Yeah.
This coon.
And
speak wisdom.
This coon speak wisdom. And so and for those that don't know, I guess you can call it a double entendre, but it wasn't. Some may call it that, but it really wasn't. In truth, that first and foremost, my name has no relation to that word.
Okay, so first of all, this is your government name.
Okay, so yeah, because the people out there don't really know.
Nah, they don't know. Christopher Michael Coon.
Yeah, they don't know him. So this is an introduction. This is a transparent introduction to Christopher Michael Coon, right? Son of Sharon Coon and Keith Coon, grandson of Dr. William Coon and Lorraine Banks. Y'all gotta understand, like I have not for so many years. I remember I made a decision to not spend time trying to argue. I'm gonna try to watch my mouth. Argue.
Nah, hey, listen, transparency. That's all. Listen, all we got is that, man. That's it. The further we venture out, the more people are gonna have their own beliefs be created as if it's a reality. And the crazy part to me, and the reason I want to bring this up and talk about this is because it's not gonna be easy, but it'll be worth it, is clearly based off the fact that people have been given ideologies. We talked about this in the last 4 podcasts. Like, we talked about this in the last 3 podcasts, in the last 2, in the last 1. We're probably going to talk about this every time. But how many people have their own definitions of life that was given to them? Think about that. Like, what things do you have in your life that are currently serving you as a human being, whether you're a woman or a male or a female?
So we're talking about legacy, right?
We're talking about life, man. And this is so near and dear to my spirit right now because it's just sad to me that people are operating on old operating systems. When iPhones first came out, even the Android games first came out, if you had a phone that was operating on system 1 and all the updates was on 3, your phone stopped working.
Yeah.
But people still operating on system 1 that they gotten in 86, in 72, in 55, in 2007, in 2002, and it's 2018, and you're not operating on the correct system.
So I think the question is, though, what be the correct system?
Man.
And I think that's where, when we talk about mixed feelings and mixed emotions, I think that's what a lot of people are battling with Because we know that something is not correct. We know that something that's not working no longer works. But I think the question is, so what's going to work and where do we go then? Because if we keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again and getting the same result and it's not getting us through that door,
we're insane by definition.
So literally these mixed emotions, these mixed feelings be like almost insanity. And the issue is because we're so powerful and so strong that we know that, but we're like, what do we do?
Sound like to me you tapping into the laws of the universe right now, the science of getting rich, Wallace D. Wattles. If you haven't read it, it's a quick read. You have no excuses because there's audio books all over YouTube
as well.
There's no excuses. Like the science of getting rich says what you think about,
what you focus on,
will grow.
As well as the law of attraction, most definitely, right? But when we're talking about wealth,
holistic wealth, right? Abundance,
prosperity. We're talking about everything. Like it's not just currency. Wealth is not just currency.
Right.
Wealth be
super facts.
Health be like, yo, I can run up these stairs real quick and go grab my luggage, right? That I had instant access to because of the love from somebody. Like anywhere I can go and do anything in the world and have instant access based on the love that I project and give out. And I feel good
doing it.
I feel good.
Right.
Like wealth is true, like inside, internally feeling good, externally knowing that you look good,
right?
Knowing that you're not in a state of worry and survival and scarcity. You know there's more coming.
So wealth, in other words, we're talking about self-love. We're talking about relationships.
Yeah.
We're talking about self-care. We're talking about family. We're talking about education.
Yeah.
We're talking about life. We're talking about academics. Like we're talking about so many things. You know what I mean? Like abundance, wealth, prosperity, peace and happiness from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely mandatory. But here's my problem, Coon. And tell me if I'm tripping, bro. Please tell me if I'm tripping.
I'll let you know if it's coming, you know.
I know you know. I know you're going to let me know. And I appreciate that.
Out of love. I'm going to pick you up and I'll say, come on.
You going to dust me off too?
Oh, bro. I'm going to polish your whole entire crown and sharpen your sword.
Let's go.
My brother.
How many people, shout out to Mind Valley. Y'all don't know who Mind Valley is. Look him up on Facebook. Look him up on Instagram. The brother on there talks about bullshit rules. And how many bullshit rules have we been fed in our lives? How many things do we believe that we've been given that we never think about outside of the fact that we've been given to it? Like there's some things in my bloodline that my family does or my family thinks or the way that my family moves that I have to address. And I have consciously started looking at things to make a decision on if I even want to accept those rules and regulations that my bloodline is attached to. Do they make sense for 2020? Are they serving me at 199% in 2018? Are they? And if they are, cool. If they're not, they gotta go. Are they causing more of a hindrance? You know what I mean? Like I'm in a space right now, bro, where nobody is safe. Nobody. If you are causing a distraction for the mission, you gotta go.
What does that mean? So explain that gotta go. What does that gotta go?
I can no longer continue to be close to you. I can't because you're distracting me from what I'm supposed to be doing, what my calling is. Like that's the most important thing. It's so funny. I ran into one of the brothers at the park a couple of days ago. We both had the kids out there. He was on daddy duty. I was on daddy duty. And the conversation that came up was like, we were talking about the same thing you and I are conversing about right now.
Yeah.
But the premise of it was when Bueno was telling us about the whale.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Jonah and the whale.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God came to Jonah and told Jonah, like, yo, I need you to go over there to them fools and go rock and get that together because they acting out of character. And you're my leader, and I choose you to go over there. I'm paraphrasing, y'all.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He does that sometimes. We're gonna hood it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I choose you to go over there and rock out.
Yeah.
You know, cause some ruckus. Get it in order. Fix it.
Go to work. Do your assignment. Do your mission.
Yeah.
So you.
And Jonah was like, me ain't tripping.
Ain't nobody about to do that.
I ain't going over there.
Listen.
Have you seen them?
Do you know? Listen. Do you do you know what's gonna happen to me when I go there?
If I go over there, I might not make it back. I'm gonna get on this boat though, but I'm gonna go the other way.
Other.
And God was like, listen, bruh, I need you to go over there and handle that. Jonah was like, no, I'm setting my sail. I'm going the opposite. I'm not rocking with them cats, man. They crazy. They off the hook. They don't respect nobody. They don't respect themselves. God was like, okay, I got you. And God sent the whale to swallow the homie up. Sitting in the belly of the whale because he got distracted.
Really by fear.
By fear.
Really by doubt.
Personal belief. Yeah. By bullshit rules. Again, shout out to Mind Valley.
Yeah. Bullshit rules.
Bullshit rules. Got distracted by bullshit rules and did not decide to move on the mission. So the whale came and got him. Now, I just want y'all to close your eyes and imagine sitting in the belly of a whale. Y'all know what whales eat. Imagine what the inside of a whale smell like, what it feel like. Just imagine that, like you sitting in that thing, like, and then the whale swallows him up and then throws him up on the beach where God told him to go in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right where he's supposed to.
That's the most, first of all, the whale threw him up.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get thrown up by no whale, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way true. Metaphorically or physically.
However you want to put it.
However.
We're not here to argue that and what you believe, because this is not what this is about. Taking the narrative and you being able to use your creative mind and your creative sense and to be able to dissect the message. What is it saying? And so for me, I know I've been in many wells because, well, I just didn't want to do it because it was too much to carry. It was too scary. And I felt like I didn't have the means. And so sometimes the well can be depression.
Come on.
Sometimes the well can be that dark place.
Come on.
Sometimes the well can be that corner in the hallway where you're sitting in fetal position because you don't know what else to do. Well,
it could also be fear. It could also be anger.
Yeah.
It could also be, frustration. It can also be rudeness. It could also be disconnect. It could also be disrespect.
Well,
it could be so many different things.
Well,
I like that.
I like that too. Well,
I mean, it's true. These are super facts. And again, it's the narrative of the conversation.
So then understanding too, and I was having a conversation last night, man. The brother that's 23. And as of late, I've been having real conversations with cats that have spent the majority of their lives behind bars, cages, in their own wells, if you will. The thing is, what we understand it to be is sometimes when we're going completely left, sometimes that left turn is only the catalyst. That is a catalyst to jumpstart your mission. A lot of time,
man, say that again.
When we go completely left, that left turn is the catalyst to jumpstart our mission. And we feel like we're going so far from the journey and we're off course. There's no such thing as being off course. Your assignment is still assigned. What's written in your journey, in your life, in your book, in your story, is always going to be continued written. You will see it through, even if you don't want to. Your purpose is still assigned. You're going to do it even if you think you're not doing it. And a lot of times it looks completely different and separate from the direction that you're going into. How does a brother that spends the majority 30 years in prison get out and still become an attorney?
Right.
In prison, which would be the opposite spectrum, right? Which one would think would be the opposite spectrum? Sometimes we have different missions and we have different paths that lead us into the ultimate destination. And that's okay too. Because on that journey, the journey is designed to do what? Add strength to us, right? The journey is designed to add character to us.
Oh, what's your favorite book that talks about a journey that they can pick up and read?
We want to talk about that. I know what you did, my brother. The Alchemist.
Paulo Coelho.
The Alchemist, right? And it's been, referenced. A lot of great minds know about this book. Will Smith, shout out to Will Smith. He's one that has referenced this book as well. It's audio book as well on YouTube.
No excuses.
Y'all can check it out. And simply, I'll paraphrase a little bit. This is a story of a young brother by the name of Santiago that goes on his own personal journey. And in the midst of his journey, he has a dream that he is going to discover treasure. He's going to discover his treasure. So now his journey, in his mind, he's looking for the treasure. And he gets knocked to the side, knocked to the right, knocked to the back, knocked to the front, spun around in circles many times. And there are times where he gets bombarded with doubt, he gets bombarded with discouragement, he gets bombarded with fear, and he thinks that he would never be able to find his treasure many times. And all of those different paths that he was knocked to was his route to get right back to his treasure. Everything that he went through was so that he can then become the alchemist and then find his treasure.
And in the midst of his journey, even though he got knocked left, right, up, down, spun around, buried under whatever. You know, my epiphany that I just had right now is he was able to diversify his portfolio.
Yeah.
He learned so many different skills and talents.
Training ground.
Man, there's so many times, bro, where like,
training ground.
I was thinking about this a couple days ago. Like, how did I get to the space where I'm at now, where I own a nonprofit, where I own a for-profit, where I own a media company, you know what I'm saying, where I own all of these services and different things. Like, I literally had like 70 jobs between 17 and 27, literally.
Training ground.
That's literally what it was. Like, I had to go through all of those to figure out that those things don't work, and that's not where I need to be. I need to be where I'm best served at. And if I didn't go through that, ain't no telling where I'd be right now. I didn't know that. I didn't understand that, man. And that to me goes back to like your early and late 20s. Like, we think that we're supposed to be in a space, right? Okay, the American dream, another bullshit rule.
Yeah.
Does that dream being where you're supposed to be by the time you're 23, 24, 18, 19 years old, does that literally serve you in 2018 right now?
Yo, my question be, which American dream that? But I'm gonna just let y'all go ahead and chew on that. Because does that dream honor your spirit? Does that dream honor your heart? Does that dream honor your purpose and your assignment?
And for the land of the free and the home of the brave. They don't teach that in school. They don't teach that in college.
What, bravery?
Not at all.
Courage?
That's really the only reason why we sitting where we at, King.
Huh.
Because you had the bravery. So the mission for the last couple of days is literally being like, I done had so many phone calls as of lately, and people are like, man, you know, I'm just thankful for the whispers that I heard. I'm thankful for the opportunity that I've been fed to do these things. And I'm like, yo, listen up. You know, it's not me, it's the ancestors, it's God, it's whoever is giving me whatever they're giving me. Like, I'm super thankful for it. And I'm like, nah, you gotta understand, like, God is always whispering. The universe is always giving laws. The universe is always giving you instructions. But it's the fact that you are humble enough to be still, listen to it, and act. Faith without actions is dead. I don't know where all this religion and Bible stuff is coming from out of me right now, because that's not my thing at all. But it's the philosophy.
But it is, Minister Robinson.
Ah, man, don't give me that.
Minister Play.
Yeah.
Gotta understand, man.
I know. That's my narrative.
The message.
Epiphanies, man.
Messenger.
I need y'all to know. It hurts me to see people struggling to thrive. And we don't come from that.
Yeah.
We don't come from lack. Nothing in the universe has lack in it, Coon.
Honestly. And I'm gonna tell you this, because I'm telling y'all, I've just came off a 3-month roller coaster ride.
Yeah, you did.
And this is a transparency.
Hey, many blessings to you for sticking to that ride, Coon. I know it was hard. I know you don't even like roller coasters in real life, though.
Bruh, in real life, I almost want to go live right now to talk to the people, because a lot of people have no idea. Because I still kept my crown polished and my swords sharp, and I still held my head high. However, there was times, and this is just me being all the way real.
There were times when I didn't really feel like it.
My brother, he's like,
but I can't afford to.
Hey, make a big deal about it. I got my feelings too, but they don't really matter.
But my feelings, though?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Your feelings don't really matter.
Come on.
Because in the grand scheme of things, listen, the picture is bigger than you. And it still got to be painted, even if they offend you. Some will walk with you, some will walk against you, but you still must walk your purpose, even if they don't befriend you. And I know that it's bigger than what I know. And I feel you, but I feel that it's bigger than what I feel. Listen, there are times when I don't really feel like it, but I can't afford to make a big deal about it. Yeah, I got my feelings too, but they don't really matter. I have to keep it real with you and say, listen, your feelings don't really matter, because in the grand scheme of things, the picture is way bigger than us, and it's still got to be painted. Even if they offend us, some will walk against us and some will walk with us, but we still must walk our purpose even if they don't befriend us. And I know that it's bigger than what I know.
And if you don't stick to the mission, that well gonna come get your ass.
Brother, man.
Bruh,
listen,
cool. Can I keep it true with you? I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's all good. I'm telling a little bit more about that roller coaster ride.
I'm gonna get you right back to the roller coaster. I am not fucking with that whale. You hear me? I'm not. I'm not, bruh.
And it's only because of what? Because you have.
Because I've been through up on the beach.
And I think people need to understand, like, this ain't holier than thou. We're not saying we are greater, better, because we don't, well.
I am a flawed, let me just say it, I am a flawed individual. I am not Superman. I am not Batman. I am not Iron Man. I am not Hulk. I ain't a part of the Justice Leagues, and I don't know nobody from Avengers.
Well, you know, I know a few superheroes.
I mean, I'd be a superhero though, you feel me?
Hey.
But like, I'm not, if I had to be one, it wouldn't be, I'm not Superman, bruh. Even though he, you know, Kryptonite could have took him out. I got on my nerd kick for a second.
To be honest with you, bro, and if you, well, we don't even gotta get deep all into it like that, but if you really understand true superheroes, you understand that, yeah, you are, because every last one of them has a weakness, just like we have our flaws.
Every single one.
We have our vices. And we're not saying we're superhero egotistical. We're saying that there's a mission that we all have, because you, listener, person, watcher,
family, loved one, kinfolk,
you are the hero of your journey.
Facts.
Your gifting, your talent, your ability is what makes you super.
So tell me, let's swing that back, because we originally started talking about the Coon legacy and the fact that your last name is Coon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you know, no lie, I get phone calls as your manager. I get phone calls all the time like, isn't Coon kind of a degrading last name?
My bad, like, people don't understand, and I'm gonna try to find a way to be all the way real. Man, y'all gotta understand, my whole entire life,
Facts.
I've carried this.
Facts. Mission granted.
And the thing is, I don't believe there's no accident nor mistake. Why would they make give a big black kid my last name? Now listen, before me there was others that carried it as well. My last name is not that word. That is only into the minds of the people that are from this place and that's from a certain culture.
# bullshit rules.
Bullshit rules. That's what y'all, because if people think that they know more about, when I introduce my name, people think that they know more about me within that quick 30 seconds. But what they don't realize is that they're showing me all about them and their mindset.
Oh, geez.
Just by the reaction that they give.
Fact.
And I'm like, but when people like, yo, what up? Like immediately there's people I've met and I've given them a Coon and it was like, yo, that's dope. Or they take it like, oh, okay, my partner Coon. Or, oh, I know this other cat with that name. Right, we used to call, my other partner, we used to call him Coon. So us in Northern Cali, we Northern Cali raised, we had a hyphy movement generation, right? At one point,
Yada die.
to you know, my name, Coon, and I got it tatted on me, Big Coon, right? At one point, when I introduced my name, because of that trend, that movement, that period that we were in, that season that we were in, people was immediately like, hey, we tycooning, right? Shouts out to Mac Dre, Boss Tycoon, right? Boss Tycoon, song written by him. So immediately everybody wanted to be tycooning. Now that era has faded and passed on, what do I like? My name is always still going to be my name regardless of the trend. And so now, because people are saying that they're waking up, now they know the definition of the word, or they think they know the definition of the word, or it gives connotation that makes them feel some kind of way. They expect me to switch up my name. At the end of the day, my last name will always be my last name. And once upon a time, I held my head down in shame because I never liked my last name, right? Because kids used to make fun jokes like Raccoon, Cocoon, Chris Coon, Coon, Coon. It was just a funny sounding name.
Yeah.
My thing is, at the end of the day, there is nothing I can do about my skin. There's nothing I can do about my stature. There's nothing I can do about the vessel that I'm walking in, other than carry that thing like a king, other than walk with it in confidence. I'm gonna have a son one day with my last name, with possibly my stature.
Facts.
With possibly my melanin.
Facts.
With possibly even if I do not surpass this battle, then this battle is gonna be passed down to him. That's one thing I know. If I do not learn how to be an example and move in confidence and love who I am and what I am and love the name that was given to me, what's gonna give him permission not to hold his head down in shame? And so I do this so my son, my daughter, my family, they know they can walk in confidence. They can own it. And by the time they get here, the definition of that word will not mean the same way, will not give off the same connotation immediately. I told one of my little brothers, because he asked me the same thing, doesn't that name mean? No, it does not. That word does not even mean what you think, because I met a brother in India and he said, and I introduced myself, right? Chris Coon. I'm like, you can call me Brother Coon. He paused and said, Coon in my country means blood. And this was at an Indian church.
Facts.
And when he said Coon means blood, and he said that's a very fitting name. The blood. And so no matter, so it tells me about the culture that you interact in based on your response. And that's beautiful. But do not lean on your own understanding and think that you got me understood.
Don't take the bullshit rules
and now this,
and make them your characteristics. There's gonna come a point in time where we have to almost outgrow some of this stuff, where we have to get to a point where we at least start questioning it. Like, what and where and how did I get this analogy or this thought process? It's mandatory.
Yeah.
It's absolutely mandatory. Yeah. If we don't, then where does that lead us? We going down the same rabbit hole everybody else went down.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I'm not trying to follow everybody else's yellow brick road. I'm not, man. Especially when we know where it leads.
Especially if it's leading off. My thing is just, it's like this, as simple as possible, man. Growth and progression.
Facts.
And if you're trying to literally climb, we come from the hood to South Sacramento. We come from places where people look at as poverty. The other night I met a sister at this little spot at the bar, and we were talking and we were chopping it up. And some way, somehow, the conversation of the side of town that I'm come from came up, and I watched her turn her nose up to it. And I'm not, and that's cool. I'm not judging her, but that lets me know that there are places where some people look down on the people that come from where I come from. Of course, she didn't look down on me because she didn't know where I came from, and I appeared to come from either amongst her class or somewhere else. Truth is, people that come from where I come from move like kings, move like queens when they know it. It ain't about where you come from, but it is about what you do with what you were given and how you build with it. And so literally what we're doing is giving permission to other folks from where we come from to go ahead and stand in your worth, stand in your value, knowing that you got value, regardless of anything. You may not have physical, you may not have physical materials or physical resources yet, but understand that you have all that you need.
Oh, say that again.
You may not have your physical resources, money, funds, or any means to get anywhere. There's been times when my pocket's been flat broke, but I promise you.
Come on.
I promise you, I've gotten all the way to the other side of the track. I've gotten all the way to the other side of the country and back.
Come on.
Because of what was already inside of me was all that I needed. That love that I gave people, right? Today, I just posted something on Facebook that said, your relationships are your wealth. And so if you have relationships with people, we know that currency and money and all those things are just merely energy. So if you're carrying that energy inside you, then you have instant access to get through certain doors. And that's for the past 3 months, that's what the Creator has shown me.
Man.
And I'll
Back
tell
to
you,
your roller coaster.
That roller coaster ride, at one point sleeping in my car, laying my head down on a few of my sister's couches.
Man. In other words, homeless. No job. Massive car accident. Totaled whip, so you couldn't sleep in the car no more.
And don't get it twisted, I always had a means to go ahead and get more funds, but it gets harder to do the kind of work that we do to produce, the kind of message and game that we produce, wisdom and love that I produce with giving to my young people, when I'm worrying about where I'm gonna lay my head. And I'm gonna be honest, like that's where I was at. There's times where I was in a fog and I'm like, yo, I can't keep running on E and giving E to my babies, to the next generation. I can't, so I gotta take time to be still. And that was the whisper that I heard. So I was being still at the same time, still building. Get a phone call to come and speak or perform, and I still go. A lot of times they had no idea. And I think people assume that I'm balling and I'm rolling in dough. So this season was the season where I've allowed myself to be more transparent, to let people really into my backstage. It was the hardest thing to do in the world. Because coming from where I come from, they look down on people that don't have.
Facts.
They look down on people that don't have. They think that not having money in your pocket means you're broken. And honestly, part of the example is to show that broken is a mentality. And no, I was not broken. And so, long story short, shout out to my village, to my community. Shout out to my loved ones that opened up their doors. That my tribe family, right? My Wear Your Heart family, that left a pillow on the couch, left a blanket on their couch, allowed me to lay my head. Meals on the stove, even threw me their car keys. In the past 3 months, I laid my head on 9 different roofs, about 7 different couches, and a couple of beds. And this was love. I didn't look at it as lack. I looked at it as I am rich because of my relationships. I got elders that love me. I got sisters that love me like a brother, right? I got some family that's like, yo, you good. No questions asked. Here's the keys. Drive my car, and I know that you're going to be good and you're going to take care of it because you have taken care of me at one point. And so I say all this to say the hardest part of the roller coaster ride is being still and trusting and stepping out on faith and knowing that you're going to be good at the end of the day, even when you have no idea where you're going to be at and where you're going to go. There's times where I left the house and I'm like, all right, all I know is God is going to send a boat somewhere. And I was literally moving like that. God's going to send a boat. I'll be good. So once again, shout out to my family. Shout out to my peoples that really looked out for me. That was like, that double check was like, hey, King, do you need a ride? Do you need assistance with anything? If you ever need something, the door is open. Because of y'all, now we are moving in abundance. But I know that season was just to show me my village.
And that it won't be easy.
Oh, but it most definitely was worth it. It most definitely was worth it. There's a certain level of strength. At this point, also in that season, I gave up meat. This was, for 3 months, I haven't had meat in my system.
Man.
Animal meat in my system.
Man. I'm on 14.
14 days. And this was, and mind you, and I tell people, and immediately people get uncomfortable. And that's been uncomfortable. Like, why are you getting uncomfortable? Because I'm saying I don't eat meat. Because they feel like I'm getting ready to judge them for eating a big piece of steak. And I'm like, bruh, I'm going to be honest with you. I love a juicy steak. I love a piece of chicken. But in this season, my system is not conducive with my system. Because I can't be heavy while I'm on my feet moving around out here.
Run that back.
It's not conducive for my system and my movement right now. I can't be heavy while I'm moving around on my feet. I gotta be light.
I hope that y'all heard that. He said the system that he was originally moving on is not conducive to the system that he's building now.
So that's my diet, right? There are times when, as you're climbing up in your journey, you most definitely got to shed some skin and let some things go. And it may not be indefinitely, but for this season, that tool, that weapon does not work here. So you're gonna have to pick up a new weapon and try to master that. So I love vegetables.
Come on.
And I was a kid that liked vegetables then. But I eat more vegetables, and I'm learning new ways to sustain myself, and I'm learning new ways to be lighter on my feet. I'm learning new ways to muster up strength, right? The other piece was going back to the bullshit rules, right? Coming from where I come from, like, I always made sure that I kept a certain level of strength on me, weight on me, because I wanted to be ready. As a warrior, as a soldier, somebody run up on me, you're not just gonna move me. I'm gonna be able to be planted and hold my ground. But I learned a new level of strength that you can be light, you can illuminate light and still hold your ground. We'll talk about that later because I don't think y'all catch that. That you can be light and still hold your ground. And so this journey, and mind you, this is not a me thing, like I wanna do this. This is literally, I learned that when God puts things in my path, hands things to me, that's what he's handing me your sword. It's like a video game sometimes. This is your weapon for this level. Now go out there, master your weapon, master your tools.
Mario Brothers. You know, sometimes you got the fire plant.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got the little tail.
Hey.
Sometimes you got the little ice cube. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got the wings. Sometimes you got the little flower that gave you the little strobe light thing. You can bust through anything. Like,
come on, bro. And that's what, man.
Facts,
y'all
bro.
oh man, I want to turn this off so I can cry, but maybe I'll just cry with y'all. Y'all don't get, like, real talk. I just, like, listen, man. The heart and the most beautiful pieces at the end of that, now that everything bounced back. And I kept receiving, and mind you, I was receiving revelation that things is getting ready to shift soon, right? Along your journey, when you journeying, when you moving, when you going through whatever you're going through, you're gonna, you know, God is beautiful like that to where he's gonna send you a sign that, hey, it's getting ready to get better. You're almost there. You're getting closer, you're getting closer, you're getting closer. And so I received some of those signs, those revelations, and so I knew to hold on to my faith.
Man, that's all you got. And just a reminder, man, faith without action is dead.
And so it was not easy. There was times where I literally fasted, right? That whole 3 months was a fast for me. I went without a car. I went without a phone. I went without a roof over my head sometime, some night. And then I went without even what I was used to, my family, right? My loved ones that I love with all my heart. But I went without even that dysfunction that I used to use as energy. And I used to channel that energy to be able to perform better, write better. And this season, the creator told me is, nah, you don't need that anymore.
And this is what I want to remind y'all as we close.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to let y'all know that there are some things that we have been given through our lifetimes, through our bloodlines, through our experiences, through our educations, and those things served us at that particular point in time. But as you grow, and as you manifest into something different, you're gonna have to let some of that baggage go, bag lady. Come on. Come on.
I ain't no singer or nothing.
Come on, man. Erykah Badu, shout out to you, Queen. We knew what you was talking about. Dragging all them bags like that. Like, I guess nobody ever told you that all we must hold on to. You know, like, there's some things we're gonna have to let go of in this season. If y'all really wanna grow and you really wanna manifest and you really wanna move differently and create a different strategy of success for your own life, some of them things that served you at 20 and 25, you're gonna have to let go. Shout out to Jay-Z, kill Jay-Z. Go listen to that song, because he's giving you the blueprint right there. The things he used to do in order to be safe doesn't serve him as a husband and a father no more. Doesn't serve him as a founder and as a serial entrepreneur and as a CEO. There's certain things we're gonna have to let go. Them bullshit rules that we was given, we're gonna have to let go. You come from excellence. You cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, man.
You're phenomenal. You're an amazing human being.
You're extraordinary.
You can create and do anything that you want to do, but it's up to you. You heard what Dr. Kuhn said. He went through his journey and got everything taken from him. He sat in the fire, but then the blessing was still there. God told him, I got you. You're going to be good. It's never a problem. It's never going to be an issue, but I need you to be still so we can work through this. Not only so I can make you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically stronger, but so I can make you strong as a human being in general. So I encourage everybody. I know you in your journey. I know it's not easy. I know it hurts. I know it's painful. But not only have you surpassed things that have been painful to you in your prior situations, but the people before you have passed things that have been hurtful in their prior situations. Them things that are bothering you now in your current situations are irrelevant. What matters is the mission. Don't let that whale come get you.
Yeah.
Don't get spit up on the other side of the beach where you was told to go to originally. Everybody says your blessing is where the pain is.
Come on.
Embrace that, man. Love that, man. Don't never quit. Don't never fold. Don't never give up. Don't never stop. Don't never sit down and cross your legs Indian style and put your head down like you ain't a royalty piece of human being. I'm just telling you, man, these are super facts. I gotta tell myself this all the time, man. I can't quit.
Can't quit.
If I do, what's gonna happen? If we quit, then y'all not gonna be able to be blessed in the way we trying to bless y'all, man. My kids not gonna be able to have a library full of Uncle Kuhn and Dad's wisdom and knowledge that they can press play on. Like, I'm telling y'all.
And so we push forward to lead by example, even when it's heavy.
Facts.
Even when it's hard.
Super facts.
Even when we get cut up.
Even when we don't want to.
Even when we get scarred. And we push forward. Resiliency is not even about us fully. It's about, if we don't pave the way, that leading by example piece, we're giving our children permission not to keep pushing, right? So just remember, keep that in the back of your mind. Even when you're going through your go through, you're gonna get through it because you're greatness. You're greater than what you know. You're greater than what you think.
And the journey is not to be televised.
Yeah.
Take the journey seriously. Take the mission seriously. So, Dr. Kuhn, last words?
Know that it won't be easy, but know that it's always worth it. And that your value and that your worth is beyond what you would ever imagine and beyond what you know. But just know that the picture is bigger than you. The picture is bigger than you.
Super facts.
Peace and love.
Last words from Chris&Play. Man, be careful them bullshit rules they gave you. Sometimes we got things on us that we're not even aware of. Sometimes those are the same things that are hindering us. Those are the same things that are taken away from us. Those are the same things that's keeping us in the same position of the people that gave them to us. Now, if you want to grow, you want to be bigger, you want to be better, you want to flex more, you want to be stronger, you're going to have to do some things that you've never done before. And I need you to be okay with that. Dr. Kuhn, I need you to be okay with that.
Absolutely.
Chris&Play, I need you to be okay with that.
Yeah.
There's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to flex, get stronger, be bigger, go harder, go faster, fly further. And Dr. Kuhn, I'm going to need you to be okay with that.
Absolutely. I receive that.
Chris&Play, I'm going to need you to be okay with that,
bro.
I have to. I know. And I don't even know what's resting on my shoulders, bro, but I feel a sense of conviction. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't, who will? Because they sure didn't do what they were supposed to do. And I'm not blaming them.
Nah.
And that's okay.
No blame.
But know that we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we know that you're phenomenal. We know that you're amazing. We know that you're spectacular. We know that you're worthy.
We know that you're beautiful.
We know that you're wonderful.
We know that you are invincible even when you feel like your worst. We know that you are immaculate even when you don't look like what they want you to look like. We know that you are impeccable even when you feel like you made a mistake.
Super facts. Always remember that. And so your homework assignment for the day is to write all the things down that you want to be, even when you don't feel like it. And on that one. And on that note, we signing out.
Peace, love. Keep your head up, your heart out.
Peace and blessings. I say.